Seven Seas licenses Ayakashi Triangle, Futari Escape, Ramen, Wolf and Curie Tiger, more manga. Also draw I am an Inept Villainess, Tail the Butterfly, Rat Body Swap, in the Maiden Court, manga like novels. Seven Seas announced on Wednesday that he has licensed the Futari Escape. I got fired as a court wizard, so now I'm moving to the country to become a magic teacher. I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire Ramen, Wolf and Curie Tiger, and Ayakashi Triangle manga, and the draw I am an Inept Villainess, Tail the Butterfly Rat Body Swap, in the Maiden Court manga like novels. Seven Seas will release the first uncut volume on Kentaro Yabuki's Ayakashi Triangle physically and digitally in November. The company described the story. Teenager Kazumaki Matsuri has long been part of an elite force of ninja exorcists, tasked with fighting malicious Ayakashi spirits who train in Japan, especially those after his childhood friend, his spirit medium Kanade Suzu, as he firstly protects her, and his relationship with her blooms from friendship into something more. A powerful cat Ayakashi vows to get between the lovebirds by casting a forbidden spell that turns Matsuri into a woman. With no apparent way to undo the spell, Matsuri must continue battling Ayakashi and go back to school in his new feminine body until he can find a way to return back. Seven Seas released the first volume of Shuichi Tagoshi's Futari Escape manga physically and digitally in November. The company describes the story. A young woman, one an overworked manga artist, the other a complete slacker, try to escape the realities of adult person responsibilities, whether it's running off on a day trip instead of being productive or going into depth for an epic meal. The two always have fun with their together, enjoy this delightful and relatable slice of life tale about the little pressures and ducking away from their hard stuff. Seven Seas released the first volume of Ruby Sekai, Kyo Kitazawa, and Damborio's I got fired as a court wizard, so when I'm moving to the country to become a magic teacher manga, physically and digitally in October. The company describes the story. Jay was one of the strongest mages in his entire country, boasting the coveted post of court wizard. Unfortunately, a twist of fate saw him fired from that gig, and now he's wounded up teaching at the magic school way out in the boonies. Worse yet, he's in charge of a class of losers and misfits who have earned the scorn of the Academy's elite, channeling both his skill as a royal magician and his earnest desire to help his students achieve their dreams. Can Jay turn this class of rejection into a force to be reckoned with? Seven Seas released the first volume of Ambrose's Ramen, Wolf and Curie Tiger manga in August. The company describes the story. Meet your new favorite food critics, a chubby wolf named Mita Jiro, and a ripped tiger named Yanagi Kaketora. Kaketora used to eat alive, but all the change when they meet Jiro, who leads to eat. Jiro is more than happy to help his street-felon friend explore the restaurants and delicacies tucked within their city, and enjoys all their finds with great relish. There's nothing better than a hot meal that brings two guys together, and its deliciously illustrated story of food, fear, and friendship. Seven Seas released the first volume of Sasuke Nakamura, Ohisuji, and Yuki Kana's Try Am an Inept Villainess, Tail the Butterfly Rat Body Swap, and the Maiden Court manga. Physically, digitally in November, the company released the first volume of the light novel series in September. The company described the story. In a kingdom inspired by historical China, 5 clans put forth their maidens as imperial consorts, but only one would be crowned empress. The frail, beautiful Ko Rerin, the so-called butterfly of the imperial court, is a shoe-in to marry the crown prince. When court rat Sho Gekatsu lashes out at her during the glittering lantern festival, it's Riri who wakes up in the dungeons, body swapped by her assailant to steal her position at court. Ririn's plight seemed dire to everyone else, that she's got a robust new body. Even the looming threat of execution can stop her. Seven Seas released the first volume of Yomo Mishima, Kai Nadashima, and Nadare Takamine's I'm the Evil Lord of an Intergalactic Empire physically, digitally in December. The company described the story. In his last life, Liam lived as a moral, responsible person, but died deep in debt and betrayed by his wife. Reborn into the ruling family of a vast interstellar empire, Liam knows that life is divided between the downtrodden and the ones who do the stomping. So this is time he's going to take what he wants and live for himself, but somehow things refuse to work out that way. Despite doing his best to become a tyrant, Liam's decisions lead to nothing but peace and prosperity for the empire under his rule, and it just gets more and more popular.